Otoscope. I don't think it's in. I think we've got it sterile. Where I had them, and the one that you guys would have. I had them. I wanted it just a hair longer. I wanted them to keep it at this. This is the smallest diameter you can have. Still have a working channel and have a camera. Okay. And so what I had them do is add a little nipple. If they made the whole scope that width, what would happen when they cranked on it? You could break it. So this helps a lot for stability. But I couldn't get in cats. And I couldn't get in big dogs. So this is still considerably, I used to have some earpieces, considerably bigger than most earpieces that you get on dogs. Okay, but it just wasn't enough. So the one you have, you'll notice that it stops here on the coning down, then has a little nipple on it. Okay, and that'll allow you to get in cats. I can do most of the work in here. Probably 75% of the time I've even taken foreign bodies out with the dogs awake in here because I can just go right in. I don't have to anesthetize the dog because they have so much better depth perception. Every now and then, though, the dog just fights you and all that stuff, and I just go into the kind of the fear-free attitude. And you'll say, okay, wow, I'm sorry, your dog is so stressed. I don't want your dog to be stressed. Let's go ahead, we'll give them a little bit of chemical restraint, and then we'll be able to do a lot better. And the majority of the clients would rather pay for that chemical restraint than they watch their dogs go through that. And so I found I've gotten a lot more on the lines of, we're going to do this. I try to send all my fractious cats home on gabapentin for their next visit, when they come in. And trazodone for the dogs. I had a Shar-Pei and a Chow Chow just in the last month that I could not examine. They were going to tear me up. And the guy calls up, one of them calls up and says, my dog has a tumor inside of his lip. I said, I'll try this trazodone, but I don't know how I'm going to look inside the mouth of your biting dog. And she would come in crying because the dog has been in circles just on doing vaccinations. She got all scratched up one time. And so I sent her home with some trazodone. She came in, and that dog ran out of the waiting room, ran right to the end of the leash and wagging his tail with me.
Oh, wow.
And this client's like this, and I'm like this, and so we take her back, the dog
you
back
could use
in the
this
room.
on a daily basis.
And she's got some for every visit. And she was so appreciative. And on the other one, it was look in the ear. On a Shar-Pei, what are the odds that you're going to be able to look in the ear on a Shar-Pei that's going to tell you? No way. And so I had to do a zap, where you take out all the vertical ear canal.
Lateral ear canal
section. And you leave the lateral.
Yes.
So it's not a total ablation. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
And the reason it works on Shar-Peis is they have that twist. So if you look at how their ears, they twist, and the canal's fine on the horizontal. It's the lateral canal that has the issue. So if you do that on that breed, or if you do it in standard poodles, and I don't know how it works in standard poodles, those are the only two breeds I've ever seen that work. Okay, and all the rest of breeds, Cocker Spaniels, and it's a waste of your time to try and do that ear procedure. But it works really well. I've never had one on a standard poodle or a Shar-Pei that it didn't correct. So anyway, I have to do that surgery, and you have a massive number of sutures in here, and this is inflamed and it hurts. This dog let me clean it up and pull all the sutures out of that, and the owner and I are just so. Give that a go. This is part of fear-free. So if you haven't been incorporating that, then I would suggest
yes, we
you
have.
do. Okay, perfect.
We both took the course.
There's a number of people that are light years ahead of Deer Creek. We're doing kind of a modified, a fearless free, which means we can all improve on making it better. But we're not to the point where, I know Marty Becker came out, Marty Becker's guy teaches fear-free. It's his baby. He wants you to give a dog 90 treats for every time you take the temperature, and you get and all this stuff. We haven't gotten that far yet, but we're trying to be less fearful. Okay. I tried to on that dog that was scared down there. I tried to get down in its face. If I'd have had a treat, maybe that'd have been a time to give it one. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Okay, so